It's gotten worse over the last number of years.
Kansas is dealing with an attorney shortage, and in rural counties, that access to justice is limited. Last year, the Kansas Supreme Court found that there are more than 11,000 active licensed attorneys here in the state, but fewer than 7,000 of them currently work here. A law office in rural Kansas brought those concerns to FactFinder after they say their county has struggled to find any applicants for their county attorney position. Attorneys are needed in any community. If you're accused or victim of a crime, want to write a will, or if you're injured in an accident.
If there is no prosecutor in your town or your community, your county, that becomes very problematic.
It's a bigger problem in rural Kansas. The Kansas Rural Justice Initiative found about 80% of active lawyers in the state live in just 5 counties. That includes Sedgwick. The other 20% make up the remaining 100 counties. And over in western Kansas, Hodgman and Wichita County don't have any.
Well, that's small counties. Yeah, but there's still 2,000-3,000 people living in each one of them. 6,000 people without access to a lawyer.
Take Harper County for an example. It's far from the least populated county here in Kansas, but it faces similar struggles. Since 2016, Harper County has had 6 different county attorneys. And after the most recent one resigned last month, they say they're having a hard time finding a single applicant for the job.
Without a prosecutor, without a police chief, without a sheriff, without a defense attorney, without a judge, access to justice is limited in those rural counties.
Sedgwick County District Attorney Mark Bennett says it's not uncommon for smaller counties to ask attorneys across the state to help work a case.
There's a child sex case that took place here, or a homicide. That is an all-in affair. I mean, that's weeks of working for each one of those cases. If I'm being paid part-time to run down 1 day a week for 40 grand a year, am I really going to do that? I don't know, and you'd like to think yes, I would, but it is a tough thing to do part-time.
In these areas, you have families that aren't being represented.
So what is the solution?
It has to be multiple puzzle pieces.
Sean Leisinger with Washburn University's law school says it takes money and interest. Over the last decade, Washburn's rural program has aimed to fill jobs out in rural Kansas.
And we've always had a reputation for it. We've always been the majority of the county attorneys throughout the state of Kansas. I'm a Washburn grad.
Washburn also has outreach programs to help students at other rural colleges get into law school. Additionally, Leisinger says he's helped write legislation that would help pay for student loans for those attorneys that do work in rural counties. Now it's up to state lawmakers to decide if they will fund it.
You're funding them right now. When the court has to appoint a lawyer and they're having to drive 3 counties away because there aren't any lawyers out there, you're paying for window time.
A similar bill was introduced in the House and Senate last year here in Kansas. The state estimates that the program would cost about $600,000 for the first year and only grow as that program expands. Mark Bennett says that law schools need to be more accessible to students in Kansas and believes that one here in Wichita would help, as the only 2 schools that offer a law degree in Kansas are in Topeka and in Lawrence.